If you're creating content consistently, maybe getting a few likes, comments, or even some traction, but enterprise clients are still not reaching out. Buyers are still shopping around, comparing you to other options in your space, and your sales cycles are dragging on for months on end. I can tell you exactly why that's happening, because we recently worked with Quentin, a former VP from a very well-respected company. He was making very generic AI content. He was getting views, don't get me wrong, but his audience was just completely wrong. There were freelancers who just kept asking him for consulting sessions for $12 an hour instead of enterprise buyers. So after we repositioned his content to demonstrate his actual expertise on camera, he started landing 10K in consulting deals within 6 days. And these deals came from enterprise clients who saw him as the obvious choice from YouTube. And we've done this for over 20 other B2B founders, overcome this exact same problem over and over and over again. So in this video, I'm going to break down 5 reasons why enterprise clients are ignoring your content and how to fix it to stop competing on price and start landing bigger and better deals faster. So reason number 1 is you're creating entrepreneurial content instead of demonstration content, which is also the most common mistake that I've seen a lot of executives make. Here's the actual difference. Entrepreneurial content is basically showing people your trophy, whereas demonstration content is showing them that you actually won the game. Most CEOs that we've worked with would post stuff like 5 mindset hacks to scale your business, or how I stayed motivated at 5 a.m. in the morning, so on and so forth. That's your trophy content. Even though it gets likes from other entrepreneurs, it doesn't get people to hire you. Whereas demonstration content is completely different. This type of content requires you to break down real systems live on camera. You're solving actual problems in your industry, and you're showing frameworks that only someone who actually has tangible experience would actually know. Think about it like this. If you needed heart surgery, would you hire the doctor who posts motivational quotes around medicine? Or would you hire the one who breaks down surgical, tactical, complex techniques before they actually operate on you and explain exactly what you're going to get after solving this specific problem? Obviously, you're going to choose the latter, right? So the same logic applies to online content. And we know this because JP, one of our old clients, he runs an educational company. And before we were working together, his content was just full of fluff. He was posting guru type stuff like travel photos and how much money he was making, even though it got him some likes and impressions, but it was not getting him the leads that he wanted. So we just simply repositioned his content around strategy breakdowns. And literally after 36 days, he generated over $87,000 in new revenue. So instead of posting stuff about how to stay motivated or how to stay productive, start making content about actual problems that your customers care about, that your customers face on a daily basis. If you're in AI consulting, don't make generic AI tutorials. Talk about AI integration challenges for enterprises or compliance issues that companies actually struggle with. This is the type of stuff that B2B companies want to know. So entrepreneurial content makes you look like everyone else. Demonstration content makes you the obvious choice. Reason number 2, you're not building trust at scale. Nobody buys after seeing one post. People need to see your thinking demonstrated multiple times before they even trust you. And the thing is, a 10-minute YouTube video builds way more authority than 100 Instagram reels. The reason is because people can tell immediately whether or not you know what you're talking about, even if your videos are heavily scripted. So think of it like dating, right? Let's say you spend an hour for dinner 3 times with a partner. Now you know exactly if they're the right fit for you, right? So it's the same thing with content marketing. You just have to have consumable content online so that they can have multiple touch points with you before they even book a call. When somebody watches 3 of your YouTube videos, they've already spent 30 to 40 minutes with you. They've seen how you think, they've seen how you move, and they actually see you solving problems in real time. So this is such a great way to earn their trust before they even book a call with you. And I can tell you for sure that without these trust building videos, you're basically competing on the same level as your competitors right now, which by the way, Everyone is just posting AI slop content on LinkedIn right now. But if you have a library of video content of you breaking down specific strategies and problems, you become the obvious choice. And once you've actually done this, instead of waiting for 3 to 4 months on average for your sales cycles, deals start closing within 2 to 3 weeks because now people have multiple touch points to engage with you online. They're already convinced that you know your stuff. So reason number 3 is your content does not address specific complex pain points that your customers are experiencing. I've seen this happen a lot among CEOs, even if they're working with their content teams. A lot of their content are still very generic, surface level. Basically, it's stuff that pretty much everyone could talk about. But the number one thing that makes you the obvious choice in the YouTube market is showing that you understand the specific nuanced problems that only someone with real experience would know. So for example, if you're targeting SaaS founders, don't make generic content like how to get more customers. Talk about MCP service integrations or technical debt challenges when scaling from $10 million to $100 million. Because if you're in a regulated industry, address compliance issues and operational complexities that keep your clients up at night because they're so stressed out. When somebody watches your content, you make them think, holy shit, this person actually gets it. This person is in my world. Because think about it. If you start making content like how to use Sales Navigator, who do you think that would attract? Obviously, people who are just beginners to LinkedIn, right? But if you want to sell a high ticket service with LinkedIn lead generation, you ought to be posting about how to land enterprise clients using LinkedIn. So it's really all about positioning. Sure, your videos might get fewer views, but these views are worth 100 times more than views that you get from freelancers because these are people who can actually afford your high ticket services. So reason number 4 is you're not positioning yourself above your competition. Now, this part is tricky because a lot of people tend to copy their competitors because they see them succeeding. But this is actually the worst possible move that you can make. Because when someone's about to spend some serious money on you, they will research you and they will compare you to competitors. If all they find is generic content or content that you're trying to copy your competitors, or worse, either nothing or your stuff directly copying your competitors, you're going to lose that conversation before they even contact you. So without strong positioning, you get lumped in with everyone else, or even worse, beneath your competitors. You start competing on price, and you have to spend every sales calls explaining why you're different. It's like going to Walmart and you see knockoff versions of Coca-Cola. When there's a huge line of everything looking the same, you either reach for the cheapest option or you go for the most reliable one, which is Coca-Cola. You don't want to be like everyone else, specifically like your biggest competitor. But when you have content that demonstrates expertise at a higher level than your competitors, now all of a sudden you're in a category of one. You're not being compared to anyone anymore because now you're the king of your own lane. Every video that you publish needs to add to your positioning because the purpose of it is it has to become an asset that works for you 24/7. And if you do this for a long enough period, inbound leads will start flowing in. You'll be invited to more speaking opportunities like podcast episodes or even in-person events. And most importantly, deals just close so much easier and so much better compared to when you don't have content online. Because now people actually want to work with you instead of shopping around for the cheapest option. Now, reason number 5 is your content has 0 connections to business outcomes. A lot of CEOs fall for this dopamine trap of chasing views, likes, subs, metrics that don't actually put another dime in your bank. But strategic YouTube videos sequenced in a way that funnels your viewers into customers will directly impact your business, not only increasing customer acquisition, but helping you with sales cycles and deal sizes. And the key to this process is every video should serve a very specific purpose in your sales process. You should absolutely treat your YouTube channel like a full-time sales team. Some videos attract cold prospects, some videos build trust and nurture, some handle objections before people even call you. Some pre-sell your offer so your prospects show up ready to buy. And if you structure your videos strategically, prospects come to sales calls already knowing how your systems work, and you are a person that they can trust. And I want to emphasize this once again. If you want to position yourself as the go-to authority in your market, you have to tie every piece of content to a business outcome, no matter what. Otherwise, you're just making content for the sake of making content, like everyone else. So fix these mistakes and you'll start seeing better quality leads coming your way. But here's the reality. Doing this alone is hard. You need to write scripts that demonstrate your expertise without being boring. Film, edit everything else, or you can just hire a freelancer and train them for 8 months to come, only to realize that they don't actually know what they're doing. And you do all of this while running your 7 to 8 figure business. That's hundreds and hundreds of hours, time that you can spend closing deals or scaling your operations. So if you're not already attracting your dream clients using YouTube content, you'll need help, specifically from someone who has done this before. And luckily, we've done this with 20 plus B2B founders and dozens of brands before. So click the link below to book a call with me and let's talk. And if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. See ya.